Day, October 10th, 2023. I am Solid Blue Sister, and this is My Turn to Talk. And it seems like everything is working well today. Had a little glitch yesterday and last week, but everything seems to be repaired and fixed. And as always, wherever you are and whatever platform you're listening to, be it live or on the replay, welcome and thank you. You are very much appreciated. Hey, Frankie, how are you? Hope everything's going well with you. Hey, Blunt, welcome back. Got everything working today. I'm happy about that. Blunt, is it still raining where you are? Because it's cooling off for us here. Cloudy. Okay. Hey, Minnesota. Welcome. Okay, we're going to get started. Okay, so your debt, your fault. What do I mean? Um, what do you do when someone drops the ball on financial situations that involve you? So when I say your debt, your fault, I mean, you got yourself into this debt. It was your fault, whatever you did. But then people want to use you to get out of it. When I say use you, I mean either they borrow money from you, they don't repay. Um, they want you to co-sign. You co-sign for them, they miss payments or they don't pay, and you're stuck. Um, because if you don't pay it, then your credit starts to tank. You have people who um, borrow money from you to pay a particular debt, and they don't pay that debt. Let's say someone borrows I'm just throwing a number out there. Let's say somebody borrows $1,000 from you. They may take 200 of it to pay a bill, but the other 800, they're out buying stuff. Blunt says, I made the mistake of co-signing a student loan for a friend. He never paid it, and it tanked my credit. I mean, yeah, I've always said that I would never co-sign for anybody unless it was my son. I don't care how much money I have, how much money I don't have, whatever, because, and it's sad to be cynical like that, but I've been burned with people who have owed me so many times. I don't know how many times I've gone in the store with people, and they're like, well, could you pay for this? I'll give you your money back when we get home. I'll give you your money back when we get to work. And then when I thought about it, as an afterthought, well, if they can pay me back when we get back home, or when we get back to work, or we get back wherever, couldn't they have just pay for it right then. So my dad used to always say, if you can't afford it, you can't buy it. And that's what I basically started telling people. You can't afford it, you can't buy it. I say that to myself. Well, you can't afford it. You can't buy it. But when people do things where it affects you, and some people may not think that it's a big deal that you miss one payment, but it is a big deal. You miss a car note payment, it's a big deal. You miss a mortgage payment, it's a big deal. And now with utilities starting to report to credit agencies, um, not all, but some. But I think they're all going to be headed in that direction in the next couple of years. It makes a difference. It makes a difference for like Blunt says, she co-signed a student loan for someone, and so you want to go buy a house, you want to go buy a car. That's on your record. They don't want to hear, well, I co-signed for my friend. They don't want to hear it because they're looking at black and white. They're looking at what's on the paper. This is what it says. They don't want to hear your sob story. Nobody does. Meanwhile, the people who have walked away from this debt or have squandered the money that you have given them to pay a debt, they don't care. And I say they don't care because I, had a huge argument with someone who owed me money, who said they were going to pay me back on a particular thing, and it wasn't for me pulling teeth that I finally got my money. But if you say you're going to pay me back at a certain time, people are, you plan for that. I don't want to hear that you have to pay for this, you have to pay that. I have bills to pay too. I have things I want to pay. Even if I want to go into the corner and scratch my butt and count my money, that's what I want to do. But people, but I guess I just don't understand how people do that. They don't care, but then they turn around and they want to borrow money from you again. They want you to co-sign for you again, like you don't remember that. I just co-signed for that student loan like 5 years ago. Did you forget that? Because I sure didn't. I gave you $200, which you were supposed to pay me back on the next paycheck. Here it is 5 jobs later. I still haven't gotten my money. And the thing about it is, the people who don't bring it up, they just don't talk about it. They're just not going, knowing damn good well they owe you money. Hey, what's up? Hey. They don't bring it up. Meanwhile, you're watching them buy this. Some things you say, okay, I'm just going to write it off as a loss. I'll never loan that person money again. I will never help out in a financial situation. But it bugs you. Hey, shorty, welcome. So I mean, it's just that people, once again, hey Ralph, welcome. Once again, people, they just don't care. They don't care if they ruin your credit. They don't care if it's the next paycheck and they were supposed to pay you, that they're not paying you because you have a bill to pay. Well, like I said, I have bills to pay too. Even if I'm sitting on $2 billion, don't assume. I've had people, tell me, well, you can afford to do that. You don't know what I can afford and not afford to do. Stay out of my wallet. I'm not in yours. I'm what your finances are your finances. I don't care. I don't ask people how much money they have. I don't assume that anyone has this or they don't have that. But when someone drops the ball on a financial situation that involve you, For some people, those are fighting words. For some people, people have gotten killed over that. People have gotten killed over, over very small sums of money. People have been hurt over someone owing them $1, because for some people that dollar makes a difference. Hey, son, welcome. So I don't know. Hey, CC, welcome. I just don't understand the people who owe you money, know they owe you money, but then they come back and they ask for more money, or they ask for another favor, even if it doesn't have anything to do with. Hey, chill, welcome back. Even if it doesn't have anything to do with like you loaned them money, a couple months ago, or maybe a year ago, whatever, and they come back. They may not ask for money. They may say, well, can I borrow this, or can I borrow your shovel? Can I borrow your lawnmower? Whatever. You're not going to want to do it because you did not repay me the first time, or did you did not return what you borrowed from me the first time. Why am I giving you something else of mine when you didn't return it last time? Why am I going to let you use my lawnmower, when you broke something before? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, sorry didn't do it. You did. Are you going to fix it? So that's what I don't understand. And then TQ says, don't you hate when you feel some type of way when you ask for your money back? TQ, I don't feel any type of way, because first of all, I've gotten to the point where I don't loan money to anyone, but I don't feel any type of way. You owe me money. Where's my whatever? You owe me this. I'm not feeling any type of way, but empowered to say you owe me money. I'm not going to let somebody guilt me into feeling guilty because I'm asking you for something that you should have given me in the first place. TQ, only thing I can say is forget the friendship, forget the family and all that other stuff. You owe me money. Yep. You see them going out to eat and buying Xbox games online. Yep. If you can buy Xbox, if you can buy McDonald's, if you can buy that latte, that $8 latte from Starbucks, you can pay me my money. Because see, it is going to get to the point where one day you're really going to need that person that you screwed over. And it may not be for money. It may be for something else. It may be for something as simple as, can you watch my kids? I'm going out of town. Can you keep an eye on my house? You're like, nope. You come back and your whole house has been cleaned out, or there's a squatter living there. I mean, I'm just saying, y'all. Sooner or later, because I believe in karma 100%. I truly do. I truly believe that karma will come back to you. And I say that because I had karma come back to me, and I have learned my lesson so many times. Whereas, like, I've never screwed anybody over for money with anything, but just other things. You're like, oh, they do mind. People do mind. People care. If someone lets you borrow, their lawn, I don't know why I have to keep saying the lawnmower, whatever, but the lawnmower, they expect you to give it back to them in the same condition that you borrowed it. You don't want it coming back and it's squeaking, and why is this wheel leaning, and why is the blade crooked? And how come the motor's not running the way it should? I mean, you don't want your stuff back that way. I don't know. I know, Tiki. I don't know. I got this thing about lawnmower. Nobody know my lawnmower. And and TQ, I mean, when you say, I guess, I need to learn my lesson, you do learn lessons from people that you give things to, that you allow into your life. And I've gotten to the point now where I would say, well, it's your fault that you did this and you did this and this. While that may be true, I'm starting to say to myself, no, it's my fault. It's my fault that I allowed you to do this. It's my fault that I allowed you to do that. It's my fault that I gave you this money, knowing that there was a 75% chance that I was not going to get it back unless we had an argument. And even then, I still wouldn't get it. So I have started, to take responsibility for things that I allow, because unless you're a child, I truly believe that people don't do things to you unless you allow them to. And I'm not saying somebody's coming up behind you with a gun or about to knock you out, or whatever. I'm just saying, just from day-to-day things. Like I said, that coworker who says that they left their wallet at home. Can you loan them $10 so they can buy lunch? Do you loan the $10? They've never stiffed you before, but you've seen them stiff other people. Do you loan them the $10? Do you say, "Oh, sorry, I don't have it"? Or do you just say, "Well, you screwed everybody else, so I guess you're just going to starve"? I mean, what do you do? But again, when it comes to money, it's a big deal, because people work hard for their money. And when people loan you, like I said, even just loaning you $2 to get that Happy Meal, people want their $2 back. TQ says, yeah, but I get the best of myself. I was taught if you have it and someone needs it, give it without expecting anything back. It's when they borrow it, knowing their situation, you feel the need to help. I'm just kind of hard at times, I guess. But TQ, I understand what you're saying, and y'all don't laugh, but I mean, I think I'm a kind-hearted person, but at the same time, I'm not gonna let you screw me over. So TQ, I understand what you're saying, that if you have it and someone needs it, are you talking about the homeless person who truly needs it, and you're not going to get that money back because you are giving it willingly? Or are you talking about that friend, like you said, you're loaning them money, but they're going out to buy Xbox games? They're going out to eat, but they're not paying you back. I think there's a difference. And Blunt says, I was raised the same. And again, I don't have a problem with helping people, who have had little. I mean, I've done it without question. I know I'm not going to get things back. I'm not talking about people who really need it. I'm talking about that friend. I'm talking about that relative who has a habit of borrowing and not paying you back, or they have a habit of borrowing things and they don't bring it back. They don't give it back to you. Or that person who when you're at Target and you're checking out, they'll put a couple items on the belt or on the conveyor, whatever it is, with your stuff. Hey, can you buy that for me? I'll pay you back when we get back to work or whatever, knowing damn good and well that they're not, and that they're not. To me, that's not giving to someone who needs it. I mean, to me, there are people who just take advantage. They just take advantage of you, the situation. I mean, I know people who have, and I think I've told you guys this before. I went on vacation with some friends. One friend went, she had no money. And the only reason why she had a ticket was because someone else in the group had bought her ticket and she said she was going to pay them back. She never paid that person back. I did not contribute at all to her trip at all. All I heard the entire time was, I'm gonna pay you all back. I'm gonna pay you all back. Never did. The people in question were pissed. They still talk about that to this day. To me, that's not giving to someone who has little. That's someone who just should have. You weren't able to go on this trip. Maybe next time they should have stayed home. So, I mean, do you all think I'm being too harsh? I mean, do you think, I mean, what do you think? Because other people have families. If you don't have families, you have bills. You have things you want to do. You want to save for your trip. You want to save for those new pair of shoes. And here comes somebody saying that, oh, I need this, I need that, and you give it to them. And they're supposed to pay you back next paycheck, whatever. Next paycheck, you see them walking around in a new pair of shoes. But you still don't have yours. But they have theirs. And more. Hey, Power Girl, welcome. So do you continue to allow people like this to I'm just going to say either take advantage of you or screw you over? And again, I'm not talking about the people who really need help. I'm talking about that person, like Blunt said, you co-signed for someone's student loan. They never paid. That's a big deal. That's a big deal to have that amount of debt on your credit. That's a big deal. So are you not being, as some people say, well, that's not being Christ-like. They needed help. So you help them and you repay me by not repaying. And TQ says, well, I believe in bad and good karma. I guess it's just my logic. No, I mean, I do believe in bad karma. I believe in good karma. I believe in karma as a whole. I do believe that, what you do will eventually catch up to you. It may not catch up to you today. It may not catch up to you in a year. But when it catches up to you, you're going to know exactly why. You're going to know exactly why that happened to you. So I don't know. Like I say, I have been screwed over many, many times when it has come to money. I have been screwed over many, many times when it has come to a lot of things. And those are my lessons learned in my younger years. As I've gotten older, it's like, nope. And I've learned to kind of see those people coming. And again, I'm not talking about the person who's homeless in the street. I've given money. I've given food. I prefer, if they say they're hungry, I prefer to go and get food for them. But I have given money to people where, oh, we need this and we're not going to have this and I have to pay for this. And you see them at the shopping mall shopping. You ask for your money back. Oh, I don't have it. Or I have to pay this. Well, you know what? I have to pay bills too. Why don't you take back those clothes and those shoes or whatever that you bought and you'll have my money. TQ says the shocking part about it is that it's the ones you don't expect it from. Yeah. Sometimes it is from the ones that you don't expect it from, and that's why I say TQ. I've just gotten to the point where, hey, I loan you $20. You said you're gonna give it back to me on such and such a day. That day has come and gone many times over. I need my $20. You need to pay me. And if they want to say, well, but I still need to, well, no, because I'm watching you do this, and this. Like I said, I'm not going to have someone guilt me into feeling guilty because I'm asking you for my money back. Or I'm asking for, here I go to you, I'm asking for my lawnmower. I'm asking for whatever. The people who take care of things, because you can see people, you go over people's houses or you get in their car or whatever, you see how people take care of their own things. How are they going to handle yours? You see them, throwing their coat down when they get home, or they do this, or they're kicking off their shoes, or they're dropping this and they're dropping that, or they're spilling this or they're spilling that, and they're not wiping it up. How are they going to act when they come over your house? How are they going to be when they borrow your jacket or that dress? Whatever. You look at how people take care of their own things, and that gives you insight in how they're going to take care of yours. Because if they don't give a damn about their own things, how in the hell are they going to give a damn about yours? That's my own opinion. But again, when it comes to money, and it puts you in a financial bind, it puts you in a financial situation, it makes your credit tank. It makes, your financial situation go to crap. That's a big deal. It only takes a very small, amount of time to ruin your credit, but it takes years to get it back on track. So you guys, can feel guilty. I don't want to ask them this, whatever. But when it comes to your credit, it's a big deal. I don't care who it is. If it's your bestie, if it's a member of your family, it's a big deal. Because unfortunately, these days, depending upon what you're doing, your credit is tied to what you're able to do and what you're not able to do. And it's a big deal. I had someone one time who wanted me to loan them money from my son's college fund. I looked at them like they were crazy. Well, by the time he gets in college, I looked at them like they were crazy. And this person today owes everybody under the sun. And then some. So I do say your debt, your fault. And again, it may sound harsh, but what do you do? Because see, the people who allow people to do those things, they're the ones that are gonna come back and get upset and start talking about that. Well, they did this and they did that. Well, why didn't you ask them for your money? Well, then don't say anything. So and so borrowed my sweater and they never gave it back. Why don't you ask for it back? Well, I don't want to start anything. Well, apparently they already have by not returning it. So they already started something. So if you're not going to ask for anything back, don't bring it up. Let it go. But me, I'm asking. And that ask may have to turn into a tell. I'm telling you. Because like I said, one day you're going to turn around, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to need that person that you screwed over or you took advantage of, and you're really going to need them. You're really going to need their help for something. And they're going to tell you no. Or you're going to get pissed off. And other people who are around may say, dang, you're not going to let, nope. Because they did this. And see, people don't understand that when you borrow things from people, and I'm not just talking about money, I'm just talking about anything, that when you borrow things from people, I mean, people want their things back. People work hard for things. And I mean, this may sound silly, but I cannot tell you how many books I have loaned people and I've gotten them back with the pages dog eared, the cover coming off, the binder split. Hey, Juju, welcome. And I'm like, I didn't give it. Well, it's just a book. I'm like, I read this book so many times, and this is how I kept my book, and this is how you're returning it. So then when you tell them to replace it, well, yeah, but it's like they start to growl. They don't want to do it. But it's your stuff. It's your things. If I expect things back a certain way, if you don't feel that you can do that, then don't borrow it. Go somebody else, or go buy your own, or go without. I mean, I don't borrow anything from anybody. But I don't know. I don't know. So how many of y'all think I'm being too harsh? Y'all won't hurt my feelings if you say that I'm being that I'm being too harsh. Uh, oh, Minnesota, I try. I try, because I find that when you beat around the bush, you're beating that bush so hard that people still don't get it. You just got to go straight to the point, and this is what I'm talking about. I'm not going to stand there and dance around for 20 minutes. And no, this is what I'm talking about. So So anybody think I'm being too harsh? Anybody? Nobody wants to answer me. That's okay. That's okay. You don't want to answer me. You don't have to. But that's just how I feel. Frankie says no, you're not. Jordy says no, you're not. I mean, you know. I mean, I'm just saying that one day that day is gonna come when that person is really gonna need you, and you're not gonna be there for them. You're not gonna want to be there for them. So I don't know. But anyway, guys, that's all I have. Unless somebody wants to come up here and join me, but that is all I have for today. So, oh, and Shorty, I think you're the only one who was, yeah, you're the only one here who was in open bar Friday. Let me look at the names here. Yeah, you are. I'm not going to do that giveaway thing until the week of let me look at the calendar. The week of October 30th. So I'm gonna do it the shows the 30th, the 31st, and the 1st. I'm going to do it. Oh, Ralph was there. Ralph was there. So I'm gonna start it on the 30th, the 31st, and November 1st. Because I have a secret weapon that I want to bring in that's going to throw you guys off, and you guys are going to be so intent on focusing on crazy and her f bombs that I do believe y'all are going to totally going to miss what I'm going to do. Is going to take me. Yeah. So anyway, and in case you guys want to know what I'm talking about, I'm doing a giveaway, and it's a game that I'm going to play the first three days of the podcast, and there are going to be 5 questions you have to answer. I did throw out the questions, but I'm totally changing them except for one. One of the questions is going to be, how many times did Crazy drop the F bomb? It's, you can help each other if you want. That's fine. Just make sure that whoever you're asking the answer for knows the correct answer. But there are going to be 4 other questions about something that happened during the show that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And I will give everyone, I'll give you what the questions are at the end of Wednesday's show. And you guys can send me your answers either through Discord or on my email, solidbluesister@gmail.com. Hey, Smoke, welcome. But yeah, so again, one of the questions is going to be, how many times did Crazy drop the F-bomb? Then I'll have 4 other questions that pertain to the shows Monday through Wednesday. And those shows will be published. So you can go back and you can re-listen to them, whatever. But that is what is going to be. Ralph says I stopped at 25. And that was just on that was just on open bar Friday. So that doesn't count. That was just your warm up. You're getting ready for it. Hey, Mr. A. So yeah, so that is what is going to be. So I will repeat this again. between now and the 30th. But uh, again, I say that, if you miss a show, whatever, um, you can ask for help from someone else, you know. Um, Again, but whoever you're asking help from, hope they know the right answer. Um, I will try my best to read everything that's in the chat. Um, but I do have one thing that I'm going to do that I think that all of you all are absolutely going to miss. I think all of you all are absolutely going to miss, because I think a lot of you guys, I'm just going to come out and say, I think a lot of you guys are going to be so intent on when Crazy comes on. If if she comes on, if she doesn't come on at all, then how many times she dropped the F-bomb? Zero, because she wasn't on, but you all are going to be so intent on Crazy that you're not going to be listening uh, to what the show's about, what we're talking about. So oh, Ralph. Well, I mean, I'm just, I'm trying to make it interesting. I'm trying to make it fun, um, on open bar on Friday. Ace and Shorty gave me a good idea for two questions. And if you guys were on that show and we kind of remember the conversation that was going on, then maybe you all will know what those questions are. But yeah, yeah. So that is what it's. So that's what it is. Oh boy, Crazy didn't do anything, Mr. A. Crazy did not do anything. So anybody have any questions about the the game or anything? Or again, I will be repeating it throughout the next 2 weeks. So anyone is welcome to play, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So and Shorty, I have a question for you. So hold on, let me get you up here. Hey, hey Shorty. Okay, so do you by chance think can you give an idea of what you think one of my questions are going to be from our conversation from Open Bar last Friday? Okay, okay, all right, um, okay, all right, all right. Well, and guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, okay. Uh, none of the questions, none of the questions are going to have anything to do with Shorty. None, none. So don't come on here teasing Shorty and stuff like that. None of the questions are going to be about Shorty at all. Again, you guys need to focus on what the shows are about. The 30th, the 31st, and November 1st. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday shows. So, Shorty, I just want you to know that none of the questions are going to be about you. So, and Mr. A says, "What? I can't tease Shorty." If you want to tease her, that's between you and Shorty. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that none of my questions are going to have anything to do with Shorty. So that's what I'm saying. So okay, so y'all, that is all I have for today. Anybody have anything else they want to throw in before I play this music? All right, I'm reading. Shorty, I'm reading what Mr. A just said. Okay, for questions about Shorty, please listen to my show with Angie Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern. Oh, 7 a.m. See, your 7 is my 4. And that's why your 7 is my 4. Smoke. So, um, okay. So, guys, I'm going to leave you guys with, first of all, thank you guys for popping in. Much appreciated. I'm going to leave you all with one of my favorite jazz songs. This is called, hey, Moshir, welcome. This is called Slow and Sexy. And hope you guys like it because, again, this is one of my favorite songs. Moshir, I am ending the show, so I'm not bringing anyone up. So here we go. everyone, that is it. Thank you for joining today. Much appreciated. And I hope to see you tomorrow. Welcome in, Ace. See y'all tomorrow. Bye.